They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Everybody likes to kind of repeat his style of talking and make fun of it, you know, like, we have the best rallies. We have everyone came to our rallies. Biggest rally. Hi, my name is Max. I've been teaching business communication for about the last 8 years. Today we're going to be looking at a few debate videos. We're going to start with Trump and Kamala Harris in the last debate. And we're going to talk a little bit about the conflict strategies that are used, also how to resolve conflict easily.
The United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which I supported. But you know what happened to that bill? Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early.
I have to say, I'm not really paying attention to the facts very much right now. If she says it, it might be true, it might not. The only way you can really handle something like this is, if you have a question, say, let's look it up. It's not really difficult. We all have a little slab of plastic in our pockets that can access pretty much all of the information humanity has ever discovered in history. Get on Google. So, what Kamala Harris is doing here is that she knows if she says certain things, that Donald Trump is going to repeat himself again and again. And everyone is kind of sick of hearing it now. It's something we've all heard a million times. Everybody likes to kind of repeat his style of talking and make fun of it, you know, like, we have the best rallies. We have everyone came to our rallies. Biggest rally. Americans really love now to like imitate this. If she can get him sort of talking in this sort of passe way again, it would be really a strong move.
People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies.
This is a story that's been repeated, that they're like paid crowds or that they're AI generated crowds. If someone is saying stuff like this, you don't really have a point in getting into conflict with them, for example, because it's as simple to settle this as just to use Google. Arguing with them is so pointless. Even if you win, they're not going to see that you're right. They're just going to hate you for being right. Totally skips her first point, goes right into defending himself. Excellent move, Kamala.
5 years ago, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
This idea of like people from other countries eating dogs and cats, this is a common slur in the United States against people who immigrate from other cultures. The idea that they'll move here and eat our pets, something like this. Or that if they open a restaurant next to you, suddenly there will not be cats in the neighborhood, something like this. So he's taken sort of like a racial or ethnic slur and he's mixed it in so it sort of sounds like facts. It works very well on people who already like you, but it doesn't work very well to bring people over to your side. Let's talk practically. What are we going to do in a situation like this where we talk to someone who just kind of is blustering? Let's make the example of like a family dinner. In America, we often talk about like Thanksgiving, because that's when all the family members come together. That's when like your horrible uncle who hates gay people is going to sit at the table and talk, and you have to listen and you have to make a decision. You're going to be polite, or you're going to kind of keep going. And you don't really need to make a reply, right? Because arguing with this person is a waste of time. If you tell this person that they're wrong or that you don't agree with them, it's just going to turn into a shouting match at the Thanksgiving table. So, what's the first thing you do in a conflict situation? You think about your goal. Goal orientation is the key to getting out of a conflict. It's what is our goal, okay? So it sets you up to remember. If Donald Trump was at Thanksgiving doing this, is my goal to have a screaming match? Probably not. It's not very good for digestion. My goal is probably to have a nice, peaceful Thanksgiving with my family. So I go to step 2, which is try to find something to agree about. you can often do that by reframing the situation, like, oh yes, Uncle Mike, you know, we're all really worried about the current political situation in America. And then you can add something like, I know that we're all really eager to get along for Thanksgiving right now though. So you can move to step 3. Maybe we can talk about something else. The easiest thing I would say is to introduce something positive about your family, because it's something everyone shares. You need a topic like sightseeing, something positive about a family member, something really tame. Like, did anyone hear that little cousin Billy is gonna finish high school with honors soon? And in a case like this, the person visiting who is saying disagreeable things, to sort of feel like everyone else in the family just wants to get along, and it puts a little bit of contextual pressure on them to sort of behave or be a little nicer.